Alright, we'll see how this works out. I tried filming this with my DSLR, but it decided that midway through the video it was going to tell me I didn't have a memory card. So this is a YZ125. It's a 2000. It has been big bored. It's got a brand new top end and bottom end on it. It's got an FMF exhaust. The stock pipe is still on it right here, but after a couple thousand grits of sandpaper and polishing and bluing, it's got a more aftermarket style on it. Usually the stock pipes are engineered pretty well, so there's no point to really upgrade them. So the graphics are sitting on new plastics. I still have the old ones, they're just got a little beat up. And the front end is a newer 2020 style. So I was definitely happy that this was able to work out. There was way too much effort to try to get the newer plastics on the rear half of the bike, which I didn't really want to do anyway. But I was able to do this pretty easily, and they're about the same cost. So the graphics kit was only like I think I only paid 110 bucks for it, and that's with name and custom number on it for the whole thing, including the tank graphics. I had the lower half part of the gas tank wrapped in black, but it started to give out as the gas started kind of seeping through the tank. As anybody who has dealt with gas tanks knows, it's really hard to do any kind of color changes or keep decals on them for long periods of time. As of right now, it is pretty close to being completely street legal. It has the title that was given to it in New York. I recently wired up this tail light and the headlight that you saw before. So those are wired up to a battery that are in the airbox. I didn't really want to deal with the stator and having pulsing power running to stuff. It's wired up how you would normally find like a street bike. So turning the headlight switch on turns on the headlight, as well as a daytime running light and the tail light. And if you were to press on the brake switch, you can see it gets brighter. I don't know how strong the battery is right now. I haven't charged it in a while, so it might be time to replace it or recharge it more so. The only thing that's really original, the seat's original, but it has a cover on it, and the tank's original. I wanted a black tank, but they're hard to find and they're pretty expensive unless you go with some kind of custom aluminum or carbon fiber. I sealed the headlight and the taillight, as it wasn't the most expensive thing in the world, so to prevent water from power washing or having it sit in the rain. I'm trying to think what else has been done here. I took the engine covers off when I had the motor out, after I painted the frame, and I polished those up. They're not as clean as they used to look. Obviously been riding it a bit. The frame right now is just it was spray painted in clear coat. I know that's not going to hold long term, but the budget wasn't there at the moment for the powder coat. So eventually I'm going to go powder coat crazy on this probably. So the frame will be powder coated. The rear subframe is currently just bed liner. But some of the stuff up here, you can see I haven't quite updated some of this. So this in particular, the brake reservoir needs some help. It has a mirror, so that's technically legal for that portion of being street ready. I'm trying to think what else here. So it's got Tusk impact wheels on it. Those are great, a little bit bigger than this factory. It gets a little higher off the ground. Trying to think if there's much else to really talk about right now at this point. So there's definitely, the power band is way different. I haven't actually rode a stock YZ125, so I can't really speak for that, but I know everyone who I've let ride this bike has kind of said that it's not exactly the most fun power band they've had. I've kind of nicknamed this thing the Reaper for that reason, because first gear bogs a bit, and you hit second and the power band comes out of nowhere and kind of tries to kill you. So it's a lot of fun though. And compared to most two-strokes, which sometimes take a long time to get turned over, this thing's usually pretty good with one kick. Let's see if I can do it now. I might jinx myself. I'll turn on my fuel line and see if I can do this with my off foot here. just like that, right up. Idle, and without even having to mess with the choke at all. It's got a beautiful sound to the FMF exhaust. It's got an aftermarket shifter down here. Probably not going to be able to hear much over the dirt bike running here. But I figured you guys would probably want to hear it. So it's, you know, between big bore and all that, to be able to have that start up one kick, and I did not try to start this before the video started, so this was a little bit of a gamble. I did not jinx myself here, but the only time I really deal with it not starting is if I bog it on a trail somewhere, because I don't really ride tracks, so this is primarily going to see only the trails. But if you guys have any other questions or want to see any more content with the bike, let me know. I'm currently trying to figure out maybe getting an action camera that's a little bit better than what I have now. I think it's only like 720p, so it'd be nice to have maybe a Hero 8 GoPro, do some trails riding footage, stuff like that. So, alright, that's it. I didn't want to make this too long. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to everybody. Thanks for watching.